Alrighty, boys. Today we will be going over the psychology behind my trading and my model. This is episode 2, so let's just get straight on into it. So I'll start with first, how did I find my model? The whole reason I found my model right is when I was backtesting, I was originally going for like 1 to 3s, 1 to 4s, just going for those bigger trades, right? Like, so I would mark out. I'll give you guys a little bit of backstory, right? So when I first started trading, I've originally got into fair value gaps, all the original stuff, right? But it all started with, I also traded the Asian session and London session. So I've always had this framework in the back of my mind where essentially, this is a perfect example yesterday, where Asian session highs and lows should always be taken. So as you guys see, Asian session highs gets taken here. And then since the Asian highs get taken, we can expect Asian lows to get taken, right? So when I first started trading, I would look for trades that would be like, okay, we just took out Asian highs. Now let me try and catch like this move, go for a big trade, right? This was something I would always look for and would always backtest, like as you see the 3RR. This is something that you still can do. But as I was backtesting this over and over and over, I noticed one key component. What did I notice? A big move takes place every single day. As you see, huge move here. As you see, huge move here. As you see, huge move here. Move. Oh. And it kind of just keeps going, right? There's a big move that happens every single day relatively to the price action that is happening, right? So as I was backtesting, I realized these moves were happening all the time. So what could I do to get a part of this move? Well, as you guys can probably infer, the piece of the pie came out of this. I realized that I don't need to catch this whole move here all the way down to Asian lows or even lower, right? I can just catch a small little piece of this, literally comes all the way down to 50 ticks. I can literally catch this 90% of the time, every single day, and I don't have to worry about it. As you see, look how small that little move is compared to the whole move. That's where the piece of the pie came. I've developed a strategy where essentially there's a huge move that comes every single day, and I just want the highest confluence part of that move that I can just catch a small trade, be in and out. So the psychology behind the whole model is essentially, I just want a small win and let those small wins continuously stacking while having a very high win rate. That's how I have a 90% win rate. If then you throw break-evens in here, it gets even better. But that's how essentially you can go about my model and how I went about my model, right? As I was backtesting, I just realized there's something that's happening every single day. Therefore, how can I catch this at such a high probability? That was the whole mindset behind it all. And that's kind of how I started to formulate the model. I was originally, as I said, looking for those bigger moves, but I realized those bigger moves come with a cost, right? If, for example, if Asian lows, okay, we take out Asian highs, right? For example, here, if we take out Asian highs and just your bias is strictly, okay, once we take out Asian highs, I want to see a short. Well, depending on where your stop is, you could get fucked over pretty hard here, right? The move's already taken place. This is the big move that's happening. So if you're trying to go against the bias, you're just going to screw yourself over trying to catch those Asian lows because of a skewed bias, right? So this is where I was like, okay, let me just kind of take a step back. Let me just wait for the big move to play out. Let me have this in mind. So like, for example, here, yesterday, if we just said, okay, we took out Asian highs, we could push higher. That's to be determined, but let me look for other factors that maybe say we could be going lower, and that's exactly how I found my model. Essentially, I would be like, okay, if we take out Asian highs, I'm expecting us to go lower, but it's not guaranteed. We still could push higher, so therefore, let me wait for something to play out, and then boom, you can look for your move. So I will kind of give an in-depth explanation of my model, but essentially, once you see the move play out, people are like, bro, you're buying in so late. Bro, you're doing this. Bro, you're doing this. But they just don't know how my model works, right? You're catching momentum on the move. So if you caught a trade every single time a candle closed like this, let's see how many trades that you could have. Hypothetically, say you entered on this one, which I actually did today. You could have one trade here. Now again, let's say you don't go break even on any of these trades. You just let them ride. Okay, you have a trade there. You have a trade right here. You have a trade right here. This one would hit stop loss. You have a trade right here. This one hits TP. You have a trade right here. This one would hit stop loss. You have a trade right here, obvious TP. You have a trade right here. You have a trade right here. And you have a trade right here. So out of the big move, look how many pieces of the pie you could have caught, right? You could have caught any single one of these moves, and out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, out of 9 moves, only 1 and 2. So 2 out of the 9 moves would have hit stop loss. Every single other one of these would have smashed your TP if you're not going break even, right? So that's where I was like, okay, if I can just catch a very high probability out of one of these trades, then I'm very, very destined to be hitting TP pretty consistently, and that's exactly how my model came about. I don't wait for something like this and then, I need to see a drawback into the fair value gap, and then I'm going to enter because I just know it's going up, and I'm going to bottom tick, and boom, it's now going up. Instead, I'm just going to wait for the confirmation, right? Because we all know when we enter into fair value gaps, we can do 2 things. We can enter, come back, and then retrace and keep going lower, or we can enter, push up, take out liquidity, and keep moving higher. And I want to move when we're pushing higher to, let's say, a liquidity target that's up here, right? This is your higher probability setup than trying to go for something flashy where you catch the bottom tick and try and predetermine the market and go for the bigger RR, right? Yes, that's a good way of trading, but it's just not what I want to do for my model. I want to see that it's a very obvious trend in the direction that I want to see it go to, and I'm just going to catch, as I said, the piece of the pie. I just want my little piece of the pie, my little model, and I'm very content with that. As I said, just look at this. You could have just only caught one move. Look how much of the move that actually goes. You would have just caught that little piece of the move, and you're done for the day, and you move on. That simple. And that's kind of the psychology behind my model is you don't want to go for big wins. You don't want to go for anything flashy. It's just very simple, repetition, over and over again that allows you to hit TP very consistently and not really ever run into any problems. Now, again, with how I trade, I go break even. Some people say I go break even really quick. Some people say other things. But in this circumstance, right, the reason I go break even for this trade exactly right here, right, what did we do? For those who know what liquidity sweeps are, that's what we'll be going over on Monday. But what did we do? We took out Asian high. I'd entered predetermined to Asian high. Let's see where I entered. I entered right here. Okay, I'm saying once we hit Asian high, I'll go break even. We actually didn't, once we hit Asian high, I still would have gone break even, but I went break even sooner because we had an SMT right here. If you know what SMTs are, that's a little bit more advanced. We'll get into that later. But essentially, I seen we had to take out the internal liquidity. I wanted to go break even because we could have just taken this, not even taken Asian high, and just absolutely plummeted. So some people are like, bro, you go break even way too fast. Bro, you do this. Bro, you do this. You're a FOMO trader. But at the end of the day, it's all that works for you. And this has worked for me very phenomenally. And I have no problems doing this over and over again and going break even every day if I have to. I'd rather go break even every single day than win 2 trades and lose 2 trades. Well, actually, it'd still be the same thing, but you get what I'm saying, right? I'd rather just go break even, not lose anything, not gain anything, than maybe win 1 trade than take 3 L's, right? Just because you're too ignorant and too stubborn to go break even. Break even is always going to save you, and that's just kind of a little bit into my model that's already more advanced than I wanted to get to, but that's kind of how I think. I think I want to get in a trade that's very obvious, very clear, and I want to be risk-free as soon as possible. So as soon as I see something that's taken, I just want to be no risk, and this is literally your trade. It's only green, and you can't lose anything. That's the whole psychology behind the model, is you enter on something that's very, very clear, and you just let it go, and as soon as you're risk-free on the table, you're not worried about anything. You're not worried about losing money. You can just sit back, relax. I don't know if you guys know the term set and forget, but you can essentially do that if you chose to. I don't ever leave my monitor. I always watch what happens. But you can, as soon as you're risk-free, you can do whatever you want. You can sit back, scroll on your phone, not worry about anything, because the only 2 options or 2 things that can happen is you lose $0 or you make $750, and it's that simple. Do you guys have any questions on that so far? I'm going to go into why I only make $750 in a day and why I only lose $500 in a day. But if you guys have questions so far, please let me know. So essentially why I go for 750 in a day over and 500 loss every day is very simple. If you use Apex, as you see Apex up here, I have 16 accounts with Apex, and this is essentially an Apex model. It's very catered to Apex, but the reason I like it so much is because if you can master Apex, if you can trade Apex, get payouts with Apex consistently, you can master every other firm in the industry, no questions asked, right? As I said, I go for the small move, right? You can just catch this to this, and it's that simple, nothing to worry about, and you're catching a very small move. Now, again, you guys are like, bro, 50 ticks is a little tight, right? Well, that's where it's even better, right? So I go with 2 minis. I've been doing 2 minis a lot recently, but you can then stretch this out to 100 and 145 and go just 1 mini, right? You can do that and have very good success still. Let's just do the same thing we did earlier. So you enter there, boom. Oh. Boom, you enter there, enter there, enter there. A lot of these actually probably wouldn't hit stop loss now, right? Because you have the bigger stop. This one would have hit stop loss, but let's say you went break even, you'd be good. Enter there, right? A lot of these are doing very well if you then extend the stop. So if it's too tight for you, go the 100 and 145, but I personally like the 50 and 75. So why do I go only risking 500 to make 750? Well, it's very, very easy, right? If you're with Apex, you literally cannot make, you can make thousands of dollars if you choose to in a day, but then with a 30% consistency rule, that means you're going to have to make, if you make $1,000 in a day, you're going to need to make about $4,000 to total in profit across all the days to be over that 30% consistency rule and pass. If you don't do that, like it would have to be 1,000 each day. If you don't do that, then you're just going to screw yourself and you won't get a payout. But in my terms, I found it really easy to just do. I'm only going to make 750. 750 will stack up pretty slowly or pretty quickly. If you win like 3 in a row, it's already $2,100 of profit. If you do that slowly, you will never get denied from a payout with Apex. I can guarantee you it. All my students get paid out with it. I don't know if you guys saw the other day. This dude named AC Trades, he just got $2,000 paid out from Apex. One of my OG students, his name's Jack. He's been paid out $4,000 from Apex. A lot of my students get paid out from Apex because of this simple rule. Don't make more than 750 in a day, and don't make less or don't lose 500 a day. This will essentially guarantee you that you can't blow your account. So if you make 750 a day, boom, you're done. You walk away from the screen and be content with what you have. Don't try and push it. Don't do anything more, right? If you make 750 in one trade, boom, you're done. And that's all you have to do for the day. If you lose 500 in a trade, okay, boom, you're done for the day. You don't do anything else, right? I will talk about this later in the risk management episode, but the reason I do that is if you lose 500 a day and then you try and make it back, if you lose that second trade and now you lose 1,000, you are guaranteed to not be paid out. You will break the consistency rule and you essentially will not be paid out. So this will literally pin you in a corner to follow your rules and do exactly what you're supposed to do all the time, okay? This will, if you break those rules, right? So let's say I lost today, okay? And I'm like, oh shoot, I really wanted that $500 today. Let me try and enter another trade. If I enter that another trade, that's literally breaking my rules and that's going against literally everything I preach. And now, boom, if I lose that trade, I literally just screwed myself over and I literally just I didn't blow the account, but now I won't be able to get paid out until the next term, basically. I'll have to request a payout, even though I can't get denied, and then go through that whole process again, which is such a pain in the ass. So what I have found works for me so well. I wasn't profitable before I switched to Apex. I wasn't making money in prop firms before I switched to Apex, until basically Apex forced me to pin myself against the wall where it said, okay, if I make 750 in a day, okay, boom, I'm done. I don't have to worry about making any more money. I don't have to worry about taking a second trade to reach a certain profit goal. I just know I want to make 750 in a day, and that's it. No more, no less. Every single day, my TP is 750. I don't care where it's placed. It's 750. I either make 750, I go break even twice on the day, or I lose 500, and that is just how the day is. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And that's how a lot of you guys need to think. A lot of you guys probably think when you get on the charts, like, oh, all right, I'm $500 away from my payout. Let me make $500 right now. Or you kind of set this mental goal that you want to hit when you come into the market, and that will just screw you over so much because say you're $500 away, boom, you just lost $500. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna be like, oh shoot, okay, I need to now make $1,000, and you're gonna go into another trade. You might lose that trade, and now you're down into a bigger hole than you needed to be. Instead, if you just waited till the next day, let more opportunity come to you, and you can move forward. So, I guess to sum it all up, the psychology behind my model is essentially catch a small move of a move that's already happening. Don't worry about anything else that's going on. Just catch a guaranteed move, go break even fast, be risk free, nothing on the table, nothing to lose, only to gain, and then just take either what you make in that day or you lose in that day and move on to the next day. And it's very, very simple. T. Narakis said, you take a loss and you're done. When you go break even, how many more times are you trying to catch the move? Okay, that's a great question. So this is what I've found, and I think is honestly what a lot of people should start doing. Think about it when you lose 2 trades in a row, right? I'm sure all you guys have been there where you've taken 2 trades in a day, you've lost both of them, and you're like, shoot, I'm in a big hole. You know what? I'm just going to try and take another trade, and I'll be out of that hole. It'll be all okay, right? So you go for that 3rd trade. More than likely, I bet 9 times out of 10, you probably lose that 3rd trade, right? That's my same thinking with break-evens. There are so many times where, yes, if I go break-even twice, I could look for another trade. I could try and catch something. But if you go break-even twice on the day, especially like on today, right? Okay, I went break-even twice. Okay, yeah, maybe I could have caught a move here. Maybe, like, yeah, I could have caught this move or something. But most of the times with my model, if you're catching a small piece of the pie, there's only so many times where the piece of the pie is actually going to be available. There's only so many times where you can actually do that. And most of the times, if you're taking the most high probability setups of that pie, you're only going to have 2 to 3 chances anyways. So what I go is it's just 1 break even. Okay, I can take 1 more trade. If I go 2 break evens, I'm done for the day. Nothing more, nothing less. Because I then think about it like, yeah, break even, it's not a win. I count them as wins. That's why I say I have a 90% win rate, because you technically didn't lose anything because you entered a trade. So technically that's a win. Like today I made $40 on every account. So technically I won. But that's kind of my way of thinking is like, yeah, you didn't win, but going break even does kind of fuck your psychology, right? It makes you be like, shoot, I could have, like, especially if you go break even and it hits TP, you kind of like get in this mindset like, oh, damn, I could have like had all this money. Like, shoot, I shouldn't have gone break even. Let me try and enter another trade and see what happens. Then maybe you'll lose that trade, right? So that would just suck. So my whole thinking is take 2 break evens. That 3rd trade, you're most likely going to be on edge, or maybe even you go 2 break evens, you could be on the wrong side of the market. There's 2 sides to it. You could go break even twice, just be on the wrong side of the market, have the wrong bias. Or after 2 break evens, you're going to be eager to make money. You're going to be eager like, oh shoot, I could have had all this money. This isn't this then and that. And I think that just kind of gets to you. So, and personally for me, it gets to me. So I just say 2 break evens, I'm done for the day, and I'll move on to the next day. So the risk management side of my model is essentially one loss, I'm done. 1 win, I'm done. 2 break evens, I'm done, and I move on to the next day. No ifs, ands, or buts. I don't come in the afternoon session. I don't look at the charts the rest of the day. I literally just click off my screen and I move on with the rest of my day. I don't even think about it, and I just know that the next day there's going to be setups for me and I don't have to worry about anything. That's just the confidence I have in my model. That's the confidence I've curated over the past year or so. It just kind of comes with time, but that's what you have to get to it. So I guess to sum it all up again, the whole model is just based around catching a small move of the big move that's guaranteed and using really good risk management and going risk-free as soon as possible to move on and get that big move or get that piece of the pie and just move on with your day with whatever that outcome may be. Y'all got any questions on that? Please ask away. Again, no question is a dumb question. But I think my model is very simple, right? I think when people come into trading, they're looking to catch those big moves. They're looking to catch that 1 to 10 R, that 1 to 5 R, and they're like, oh, dude, if I had just hold a little bit longer, I might be able to make more money, or this and that, right? But once you stray away from that and just understand there's a big move that happens every day, literally every single day, there is a move that happens that's pretty big. And if I can just come in, catch a small piece of that move, that's a guaranteed move, and just be content with whatever happened that day, then you are going to become a very good trader very fast, because you're not going to have FOMO. Just look at what I'm catching, right, compared to this move. I am beyond content with catching TP with this small of the part of the move, right? I am beyond content just taking this. This literally has molded my brain to be like, okay, like, yeah, there's moves all the time, but like I'm never going to get FOMO because even when I do trade the move, I'm only catching a small part of the move. So I don't care what happens the rest of the day. I don't care if like the move just keeps running. I understand that this is just what I want to get. I don't care what happens after that or before that or any of that, right? I know anyways, even coming into the market, that I'm just getting my small piece of the pie, and that's all that I care for. I don't care for anything else, and that kind of will just literally formulate you into not having FOMO, not worrying about missing something. All those things just kind of go out the window because you're only catching a small part of the move anyways. So like, why would it even matter that the move then runs an extra 3x, 4x, 5x? Like, it literally just doesn't matter because to start, you're only catching a small part of the move. So therefore, like, it just literally would not even be relevant to what you're trying to do. But that's basically the piece of the pie. It's very simple. I think the one thing that stands out about my model compared to a lot of people is just getting risk free really fast, not putting any money on the table, because once you're in, and then you can just take all your money off the table, go break even, and then you just catch a small part of the move. A lot of people think, like, bro, why are you going for 1-to-1 R's? I mean, it's actually a 1-to-1.5, but but like they just don't understand. Those people just don't understand how well the model works, how consistent it is, and how high of a win rate it can have when you actually get it. How long after were you profitable in your model did you copy trade? Okay, this is a good question. So backstory, right? So when I found my model, that's when I was, again, going for like 1-to-4s, 1-to-3s, just going for those bigger moves. Once I realized that there's a big move that takes place every day, I basically took the same concepts that I was using to catch those bigger trades and shortened it all the way down to, all right, if I just use those concepts, catch like the main part of the move. Because look, there was a lot of times where, let's say I caught this and I was aiming all the way up here. There were a lot of times where I would maybe get, like, I would take partials here and then partials would come down to break even and then it would still run. Or I would just take my partials and then it would come down to break even and keep running lower, right? So that's when I realized, I was like, what if instead of taking partials, I just went for full TP and just caught that small part of the move every single time, no questions asked, and didn't worry about it. That's when I found my model, and that's when I was like, okay, let me start seeing how this works. Maybe literally a month in from just discovering that, I became extremely profitable and started copy trading almost immediately. I got my first payout, and with that payout, I bought like 3 to 4 more accounts, went up to 5 accounts. Obviously, I lost multiple accounts like through that journey of copy trading, but then since then, I can show you guys actually right now. The first account that I ever got a payout on, I still have. Let me see how many trading days it's been traded for. Give me 1 second. But literally, the first account that I found the piece of the pie on, I still have to this day, and is still trading, which should just go to show how well the model works and how consistent it can be for you if you do what you're supposed to. Here, I'll show you guys my PA charts. Oh, that's so sexy. Alright, go ahead and take a look at this screen right here. So as you see, these are all my PA accounts. These are all of them. As you see, I've had multiple for multiple days now. But look at this account right here, right? 86 trading days. It'll actually be 87 by today. But 86 trading days divided by 5. Let's see. And keep in mind, though, I haven't traded every day. There's been multiple weeks where I've taken off. But let's see, 85 divided by 5. That means I've had this account for almost 17 weeks. I would say it's probably more like 20 weeks, maybe even more, just because I've taken multiple weeks off this summer and times where I've been off. But that should just go to show how long a model can really go for. That's about 5 months almost, maybe even more, of just, it's probably actually about 6 months now, of just one account that I've done the piece of pie model with every day, and I've slowly then stacked accounts on top of it. As you see, 42 days, 41 days, 33 days, 32, 25, 21, 21, 21, 13, 12, and then these are some newer accounts, obviously. But like this has kind of been my main stack for a long time: 86, 42, 41, 33, 32. This like 5 stack right here I've had for a good bit of time now. And as you see, I've never lost the accounts. They've just ran with me through the piece of the pie model, and ever since I've found the model, I have been extremely profitable and have had amazing results essentially. That was a good question. But yeah, I mean, once you kind of just get a model down and you just really study it and you study it, you backtest it every day, you trade it every single day, you are going to find a lot of success because you're not going to be jumping from model to model. You're just going to be doing one thing every day and get really freaking good at it really fast. Yes, you can copy trade with other prop firms. So right now I'm copy trading Apex and Take Profit Trader together. I did see your text. Can you use wealth charts, MNDZ? Is wealth charts available in your country? And where are you from? What country are you from, brother? Trinidad in the Caribbean. Wow, that's insane. I've actually got a buddy whose family's from Trinidad. That's pretty dope. I guess you could call him Trinidadian, maybe. Good place for you to come visit sometime. Yeah, maybe I'll have to pop out with him. I think he was there over the summer, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty funny. Yeah, check if wealth charts are available, and if not, MNDZ. If there's like an equivalent prop firm that is in your country, we can maybe work something out. But if not, I'll probably just have to give that account to someone else if it doesn't work for you. What copy trader do I use? I use NinjaTrader Copy Trader. So if you actually go on Apex, let me see if I can log back in here. Can y'all see my screen? Wait, let me see. Okay, yeah, y'all can. Okay, so if you go to Apex, if you go to, let's see, where is it? Trading tools and resources. Trade copier. Okay, boom. This is the trade copier I use. So again, if you go to important, trading tools and resources, you essentially will buy this trade copier and you just download NinjaTrader. You can download it on your PC. You can download it on your MacBook. If you have a MacBook, you have to buy like, it's called Parallels. I think it's actually pretty expensive, but essentially once you buy that, you will attach that to your, accounts. So once it's in NinjaTrader, you connect your accounts. So again, I have Apex and I have Take Profit Trader all connected, and essentially you log in and boom, it'll take all the same trades for you at the same time, and that's essentially how the Copy Trader works. But a lot of the guys in here, if you guys know Grippo or Splash, they use TradeSync. TradeSync, it's pretty good, but it is way more expensive. So like, for example, the Copy Trader I just showed y'all, it's $170 for a lifetime with unlimited connections. So connections means you can have unlimited accounts. You literally just connect to everything you want. TradeSync, it's like $40 a month for 10 connections. And then I think like once you get to 20 connections, it's even more. And then 30 connections, it's even more. And that's like per month. So it gets really expensive. So if you're even just using, if you even just do 4 months of the trade copier, you're then equivalent to a lifetime fee of the one that I have. So in my opinion, I think the one I have is definitely way more worth it, but it's obviously up to you guys. TradeSync does have like a clean dashboard, so like at the end of the day, you can see like how much you total made on all your accounts and everything, which is pretty cool, but I really don't mind the old school, just basic seeing your screen and everything. Like I can send you guys a picture. Here, ready? Look at this, boys. So like this is what a good day looks like when you absolutely bank on the trade copier. Let's see. Oh wait, y'all can maybe hear me on my phone now. Give me 1 second. I'm about to find a fire picture for you guys. I'm sure you guys have probably seen this on my story, but yeah, that's what like a good day on the trade copier looks like. Just only green on the accounts. That's like what 20 accounts funded right there, traded right there, and that's essentially what it looks like once you get a bunch of accounts going, all taking the same trade at the same time. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Pretty insane. But yeah, that's another thing behind my model, right? Is my model, yeah, it's good for one account, because one account you can easily run up 750 every day and make good money. But when you're doing it across 20 accounts, 18 accounts, is when the model really thrives. It's when you're going to make a lot of freaking money. Like again, I was saying in the chat today, I'll make more money than someone who has 5 top 7 accounts going for like a 1 to 10 R making 2,000 a day with 18 accounts making 750 a day, right? With my simple move, I'll still outperform all those guys with 18 accounts going for smaller wins than those guys going for big wins on like a couple accounts and trying to kind of flex like their 10R, you know what I'm saying? So that's also the psychology behind the model. Is essentially once you get good at the model, like you'll still make a lot of money even just copy trading 3 accounts. But once you kind of get even deeper into that is when you start making really good money. Y'all got any questions on that? Please hit me with anything. Can be trading related, life related, psychology related. Hit me with anything. But yeah, that'll probably be it for the lesson. That was just like a base understanding of my model. And then essentially Monday, we will start learning the concepts. We'll basically be starting with addition and subtraction. Or no, we'll actually be starting with counting. No, we counted to 10 the first day. That was learning TradingView, learning futures. But basically on Monday we'll be going over the first concept I use and how to trade, and basically like the real meat and potatoes will start on Monday. But this was kind of just mentally preparing you guys for what to expect, what you're learning, what you're getting into, what it can look like in the future as you see in that picture I just sent, and kind of some of the things that can start to take place once you really get this model down. Y'all can't hear anything right now? Can y'all hear me? Oh, no way, bro. Alright, wait. Wait, can y'all hear me now? Okay. Sorry, I was just saying that's about it for this class, but essentially, please ask any questions, life-related, psychology-related, trading-related. And then I was saying, basically, literally just ask me anything you want. But I was basically just saying, these past 2 days were basically just getting you ready, preparing you. Like this was like counting to 10, as I was saying, just learning the very basics, kind of preparing you for what you're going to learn, what you're going to get into, and kind of show you guys, as you see in the picture above, like what, once you really get good at this stuff, can kind of look like, and kind of like just the future that you could have if you really dive deep into this model, and really prepare yourself for what we're about to learn. But again, on Monday, we will start the real stuff. We'll go over liquidity, go over like the basic concepts, and basically every day from Monday, we'll be going over a new concept, how to use that concept, and how to master that concept and get good at it. So then you can move on to the next concept, and then eventually we will put it all together to make the piece of the pie model, and you guys will be basically good to go. When would you scale to more accounts after payout? So after my first payout, I scaled to more accounts. Obviously, though, after my first payout, I knew my model, I knew everything I was looking for, so I felt I was definitely ready. But if you still feel like you're looking for your good model, you still feel like you're searching for what it is your model is, and so on and so forth, then, I mean, if you get a big payout, go for it. Start scaling to 2 more accounts, 3 more accounts, 5 more accounts. But if you're getting small payouts, and you're still debating if you have a good model, then maybe just even get another payout on that account and then start scaling. But yeah, again, I mean, I knew my model was working because I got my first payout, and I was like, yeah, this crap's working. I'm scaling immediately. And then, as I said, from there, that one account that I started with, I've scaled ever since. So like that one account that had 86 trading days or 85 trading days it was, That account I've gotten 5 payouts on alone. I've been a trade away from my first payout for like 10 trading days, but I haven't gotten anything. Don't worry about it. Impact. It'll come when it comes. You know what I'm saying? August, again, if you guys have all seen, it's not the best month. So just expect, like, there's still good price action though. Like, you can still catch a good move. Just don't let it get to you, right? Just wait for your good setup, wait for an A+ setup, and take it when you can. And just when that opportunity presents itself, you'll be good. No need to force anything. No need to do anything special. Just wait for a good setup and move forward with what you got. Y'all got anything else? I'm excited for Monday because Monday we'll actually start going over concepts. I'll be able to teach you guys. Again, just these past 2 days was just kind of me preparing you guys, getting you ready for what's to come. So you can just be mentally prepared for what we're about to be doing for the next like month and a half, 2 months. Oh my god, I just dropped my Chromebook, bro. Or not my Chromebook, my computer. Oh, thank god it's working. That was actually terrifying. Jesus, man. No, I do not have a live account. I was talking about this actually today in the live stream. Basically, my plan is get to a live account with all the prop firms first. My goal is to basically get moved to live with all these prop firms. Then once I get moved to live with the prop firms, I'll trade their live money. And then basically once I'm kicked off of the live prop firms, then I'll make my own live account. That's kind of just my way of going about it right now. Because, like, bro, there's no need to put in real money if I'm making great money with the prop firms right now. I'll just keep milking the prop firms for $100 a month and no risk, basically. And just keep doing that, basically, until I can't anymore. That's kind of the goal. And I think that's what all you guys should do, too. I don't think you should try and throw a whole bunch of money into a live account. Just keep milking the prop firms, keep making money from them, and then once you feel, if you feel ready, go for it. But in my opinion, I'm just going to keep going until I can't trade the prop firms anymore. Because, I mean, I've gotten to a point where the prop firms are just like light work. I can just keep milking them, keep making money from them, and it's not even a problem. And then once I'm kicked off, yeah, I'll move to a live account with the money I've made from them. What percent of your account would you risk per trade if you want to live based on the piece of the pot model? I mean, right now I risk, I think it's 1%. I risk 1% per account to make 1.5. And that's probably what I would do as well. I would probably go for 1% to make 2%, most likely, if I was on a live account, or maybe even more. But I probably wouldn't risk any more than 1%. I do not trade crypto futures, but I have been getting into meme coin trading, and I've actually been doing really good in it. That's basically what I was just doing before this. Right before this, I made about, I think it was like 7 SOL in about like 30 minutes. I've been really actually enjoying that. It's been really fun. I have been doing paper trading though, so I'm kind of just getting a strategy down. And then probably in about a week or so, I'll probably move to live funds and start going at it. It's this, I'll type the website right now. It's called soulsniper.xyz. It's really fun. It's really cool. Yeah, Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I've been doing it for about the past 2 weeks. It's been really fun. Yep. From here on out, I'll be trading every single day. Basically, the past like 2 weeks, I've kind of just been moving. Been picking up a car. Been just doing all sorts of crap, just getting into my setup. But now I'm fully set up. I've got nothing else to do, so I'll be live trading every single day, hosting class every single day. It'll basically be a good schedule for probably about the next like 6 months. Actually, probably until about like December. It'll probably, obviously, like during holiday times, it'll maybe get a little bit inconsistent. But as of now, until December, I'll be very consistent. You will not see me miss a day. Yeah, I mean, meme coins, yeah, if you're not losing money, it's definitely nice. But that's why the paper trading is so cool, because you're not putting anything on the table. But yeah, every single day, you will see me live in here. You'll see me either doing class or hosting a live trading stream, one or the other. And then by the end of 2025, my live trading streams will not be free anymore. They will all just be, start of 2026, they'll all be in this group. So for the future, I know you guys have maybe seen me on TikTok or YouTube live streaming, but that's just as of right now to build credibility, for people to just see what I do so they can actually believe that what I do works. Because, I mean, even now when I still hit TP, there's still haters in my chat like, bro, why are you going for 1 to 1.5s? Well, you can go look at my YouTube, and you can literally see all my streams in the past like 5 months, all for free. So actually, no, I think it's about maybe like 2 months, 3 months. But yeah, that's why I do it right now. So like, if you guys are interested to see my model play out as well, you can go. It's called I'll type it in the chat right now. It's in the where is it? It's in the trades tab. That's essentially just the link to the YouTube, with all my trades, trading live streams for the past like 3 months, basically, all for free. Then again, at the end of 2025, that will not be an option anymore. Hey, y'all got any more questions or anything? All good. Impact, Tracy, Tunarakis, FRV, all good? Alrighty, boys. Well, this recording, I've actually found a new way to get the recordings up in a split second. So basically right now, I'm live streaming on YouTube, but it's unlisted, so nobody can see. So it's already like uploaded to YouTube. So basically, all I have to do is just click, like literally just get a shareable link to this quote unquote stream. And it just gets uploaded in a millisecond. It's actually so nice. So I don't have to like record, then upload, and then send it over. I can literally just instantly get a link to the unlisted stream. Y'all can watch it in a split second. And there's literally right after this, all I have to do is copy a link, and everyone in the group can now go watch it in maybe 2 seconds, which is so nice. So the upload time is now cut down by like 50%. Actually, probably like 1,000%. It's actually amazing. Alrighty, well, with that being said, boys, I will see you guys tomorrow, or no, I'll see you guys on Monday in the live training stream, and then I'll see you guys on Monday for the schedule. Again, if you don't know about the schedule, just click on the schedule. It goes over. I'll put the link here. Schedule. This has everything we're going over. So on Monday of next week, we will be going over how the market moves and why/algorithm theory. That's going to be a really good one for y'all. And I hope you guys can get good value out of that. But with that being said, I will see you guys on, or FRB, I see you're typing. I'll let you type real quick. Alrighty, thanks, yep. So I will see you guys Monday morning for the live training stream, and then I'll see you guys at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time that Monday for the first lesson. See you, boys. Everyone have a good one. Deuces.